Alan North is one of the leaders when you understand the ketogenic diet. You understand he's been around it for 20 years, and the diet itself is probably 80 or 90 years old. You're young, that's why. But Alan, that's exactly my point. A brand new, younger generation going to gyms, reading, intelligent, our kids and grandkids are maintaining this. What started as a take away my symptoms of seizures is now a very popular diet called a ketogenic diet that's followed. You've added something to that whole industry, which I'm very proud of you for, but it is interesting that the younger people are thumbs up to the keto diet.
Yeah, and it makes sense because you've heard of, essential fatty acids or essential amino acids, protein. We need protein, we need fats to survive and live optimally healthy lives. There's no essential need for carbs. We don't really need sugar. We don't really need carbohydrates. So it does make sense. And we were designed to operate. It's like our bodies are operating systems. And if we eat too much sugar and carbs, we're just going to fuel off of glucose, which is not as clean burning of a fuel as ketones. So when we ingest higher fat, restrict carbs to a certain extent, then all of a sudden you're operating naturally off of two forms of energy, ketones, glucose.
I know you and your friends, some trainers we know, actually are big proponents of the keto diet, but I'll never forget a couple of months ago, a personal trainer who is well known, and I like her, recently stepped forward and said, okay, be careful of this keto. She had her own thoughts on it, and she was both ridiculed and supported. So this is really a controversial area. Why would someone criticize?
She was basing it off of flawed research. Not flawed research, but research that didn't apply to a ketogenic diet. She's talking about rodent studies that involved a high-fat diet in the form of corn, inflammatory corn oil, but in combination with glycemic carbs. And then the thing about the keto diet in the fitness world, a lot of the fitness people are gravitating toward it because based on research, we now know that, and this kind of goes, it's sort of counterintuitive, you always hear you need high protein, and the keto is sort of moderate in protein. It's not real high, it's higher in fat than protein. But what happens when you're in that ketone, that natural, healthy ketosis, it has what's called a protein sparing effect. In other words, it holds on to your lean body mass, and it also helps regulate metabolism. See, when people try traditional diets, and a lot of people can relate to watching us right now, I've tried the traditional diets. It not only doesn't work, but I keep gaining weight. And that will happen typically. And so if you don't respond to those traditional diets, then the keto higher fat might be the metabolic solution to your fat loss.
There's a difference, folks, between burning your carbohydrates, grains, etc., for energy, and burning your own fats. And that's done through a process called ketosis, right, Alan?
Ketones feed healthy cells, and unhealthy cells cannot use ketones. Fungus cannot use ketones, cancer cells cannot use ketones. That's why they're putting a lot of people with different chronic illnesses, especially brain neurological issues like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, cancer, because we know, this is based on the old theory of the Warburg effect and some modern research done by Thomas Seyfried, that we know that cancer cells cannot feed off of ketones. They can't survive off ketones. They need glucose to survive. So when you go on a strict keto and you block glucose and you block insulin, those unhealthy cells don't have anywhere to, they have nothing to fuel off of.
So weight loss ensues. Okay, so what Alan's done, folks, and this is really the genius. This took almost 3 years and a lot of money. I found a product the other day that was $89, a keto meal replacement, but it only had 15 servings. What Alan has done is really genius. If you're following the Kaufmann, the paleo, the keto diet, here's a supplement, a scoop. Shake it up, drink it down, maybe for lunch. It's cheap, and it really helps. Alan, thank you for coming in today and continuing my education. I'm still learning from you after all these years and their education. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, pleasure.